Welcome to the first ever stocking of fish into the main lake at Gigantica. It's been a very long road to get here. The stock ponds were built 5 years ago. Fish went in there 3 years ago with the help of Simon Scott. We collected eggs out of the main lake, put them in here, and we've been grading them, thinning them out ever since, feeding them, and it has all come down to today, the 6th of November 2016, the first ones are going in. So the boys are all waiting behind me. The pond has been drained down. They want to get in there and see how big they are. Just bear in mind, as a 3-year-old fish, we call them C3s. In England, a big one is £6. We think we've got some fish over £10 in there, maybe bigger than that. So a very, very exciting time for all of us. Can't wait to get on with it. Let's do it. £13, smack on. Well, there you go, the biggest two. £13, was it, smack on?
13 dead.
Yeah, don't say dead. And £10, yeah. What was this one? £10, 8 ounces, wasn't it?
Yeah, future of Gigantica.
The future of Gigantica. Right, let's...
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Mwah. Well, we now have 22 new fish into the main lake, which has never happened in the 8 years we've had it. And the reason we've done that is anytime you put new fish in, there's a risk of basically killing what you've already got. By taking the fish out as eggs and growing them on site, so they've never been mixed with anything else, we're keeping it as biosecure as possible. There's no 100% guarantee, but we've done everything that we possibly can. And to have the biggest 4 all over £10, Paul Middleton is here, who runs his own fish farm, said he's never seen a 3-year-old fish weigh over £10 before, and we had 4 of them. So quite a few others, 7, 8, £9 as well. And Simon Scott reckons that they should all double their weight at least in their first year in the main lake. So we're going to have a lot more 20s within a year, and then hopefully the shape and size of them, we should have some 30-pounders in a couple of years. So, you know, I would have liked to have had a few more bigger fish in there, but we had very, very high hopes for the amount of doubles we were going to get out. But for the first time we've ever done it, it's an absolute result.
It's been a very proud moment to see them fish come from tiny eggs all the way through to 12, 13-pound fish. We've been baiting them every breakfast and every evening, and then sometimes in between in lunch times. It's been a bit of a task, but them coming through at the end once we grade them is a good result.
Good morning. We're on day 3 of our netting and stocking exploits. To talk to you about yesterday, not the disappointment from the first day. We actually exceeded our expectations with what we got out of our second pond. 15 more fish went into the main lake, between £6 and £8. Some absolute pearlers amongst them. And you have to be really mercenary with this. You can't put fish in that don't make the grade. They're going to go back into the ponds to be grown on for next year, so hopefully they're 10, 12 pound next year when they go in. But the 37 that are in the main lake now are definitely going to make a difference to the hierarchy out there and make a difference to the catch reports. And that's why we're doing it. It's not so that people go and catch 10-pounders, you know, no one wants to go to France to do that, but you need to put them in to muck up the pecking order, so they come in, start eating the food the big uns can be eating, the big uns then feed harder and get caught. That's the whole point. So we've got another sort of 17, 18 fish left up in the paddling pools up there, which are going to go back into those ponds. But the work today He's basically netting the pond you can see behind me. Andy, one of our bailiffs, is taking all the weed out of it at the moment. We're going to put a seine net through it. There are 900 fish in this bottom pond. That was stocked 2 years ago with 750, and we put 150 in last year that were ones that were in the top ponds that we didn't even know were there. They were trapped in the mud when we refilled it. So there's a lot of fish to choose from. We may even get some that go into the main lake that are over £6, but we're thinking really we're going to be harvesting the best sort of 30 or 40, and they're going to go up into the top ponds, and they'll be the fish that we stock next November. But just talking back about yesterday, it was a great job after we got the fish out. We had to clean both ponds, and basically what we're scooping up off the bottom is fish crap. So all the pellet we've been throwing in there has to go somewhere once it's gone through the fish, and we had the laborious task of scooping it out in buckets, getting it out of the pond so they're as clean as possible, so the fish that go in have the best chance possible. And I really thought I'd made it yesterday, you know, shoveling fish, whatever. It felt like I'd come of age. So yeah, good job, well done. Teams work brilliantly together. Now it's time to get these ones out.
Obviously you feed them in the morning and you feed them at night, but also there's the maintenance of the stock of the pond pump, checking the air filter and even the water quality in the summer months, making sure we've got enough oxygen, the ammonia levels are low, and vice versa. So yeah, in general it is a bit time consuming, but you just, you know, you cooperate, or you add that into your daily routine. So at the end of the day, you don't really feel like you're actually doing it. And obviously to see the future of Gigantica carp, it's, you know, it's a pleasure really, more than a chore.
Our week of grading and stocking the main lake is now complete, and I have to say it was a joy to behold for me. Just going up there now and looking at the fish that have gone back into ponds A and B that are going to be grown on next year, you know, hopefully well into double figures, it just makes my heart sing. It's lovely just seeing them charging around in the shallow water, all the amazing scale patterns that we've got, knowing that they're going to be big fish one day. It really is the future of what you can see behind me. So we've done it the most careful way we possibly can. The eggs have come out of this lake and basically gone into those stock ponds. 3 years later, they're between £13 and £6, the ones that have gone in. Only 38 have gone in, and we've been fishing quite a few days since they've gone in. No one's caught them, which I honestly thought would happen. I thought we would catch a few. And I'm hoping that they don't really show up, you know, and the next time they get caught, they're 20-pounders. And that brings me on nicely to a little sort of competition, if you like, a bit of a reward we're going to put on these fish. So that everyone takes them seriously and takes an interest in their growth, I'm going to put a bounty on their head. So the first person to catch one of the new stockies over £20 is going to get 2 free weeks for them and a friend. They're going to get 48 hours for them and a friend with Daryl Peck coaching them before they come out here. And they're also going to get 1,000 quid's worth of Korda stuff. So altogether, that £20 fish is worth 3 grand. So I hope people, when they do come out here, are really going to take notice of all these stockies. They're going to want to weigh them, want to photograph them, and the first guy that catches one over 20 is going to get that prize.